Have you ever eaten a big, protein-rich meal, a nice piece of chicken, a steak, a hearty lentil stew, and felt like it did nothing for your strength? You do everything you're told. You eat your protein, you try to stay active, but still, you feel your muscles getting weaker, your grip becoming less firm, and your energy fading faster than it used to. It's a frustrating and confusing feeling. It's as if your body is no longer listening to the good food you're giving it. You're sending supplies, but they never seem to arrive at the destination. What if I told you that's exactly what's happening? For many people over 60, there is a literal breakdown in the delivery system between the food on your plate and the muscles in your body. I call this the broken bridge, and this isn't just a theory. This is based on clear physiological changes that happen with age. This channel is committed to giving you not just advice, but the science behind it. For every major point we make, you will find the scientific references and study links waiting for you in the description below. You can verify everything for yourself. So, what is this broken bridge? Let's break it down simply. When you eat protein, whether from an animal or a plant, it's not ready to be used by your body. That piece of chicken or bowl of beans is made of very complex, large protein structures. Your body can't use these big structures. It needs to break them down into tiny individual building blocks called amino acids. Only then can your bloodstream carry these amino acids to your muscles to repair and rebuild them. The breakdown process happens in your stomach and intestines, and it relies on two key things: strong stomach acid and powerful digestive enzymes. Think of stomach acid as the demolition crew that starts breaking down the large structures. Then the enzymes come in like specialized workers who chop everything into the tiny, usable pieces. Here is the critical problem. As we age, our bodies often produce less stomach acid and fewer of these digestive enzymes. It's a natural part of the aging process for many people. This is where the bridge breaks. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine that a beautiful, intricate Lego castle arrives at a construction site. Your muscles are the site managers, ready to build. But they don't need the whole castle. They need the individual Lego bricks. A younger body has a strong, efficient crew that can quickly dismantle the castle into a neat pile of bricks. The building project moves fast. A senior body, however, has a smaller, weaker demolition crew. They struggle to take the castle apart. Often, large chunks of the castle, or even the whole thing, arrive at the muscle construction site completely intact. The site managers look at this giant, solid castle and say, "We can't use this. We need single bricks." So the castle is just pushed aside, and the building project grinds to a halt. The materials were delivered, but they were completely useless. This is why you can eat protein and still lose muscle. The protein isn't being broken down into the amino acids your muscles desperately need. It's passing through your system, and you might even feel heavy, bloated, or uncomfortable after eating, which is a sign of this inefficient digestion. So, I have to ask you a direct question. Are you spending your time and money on expensive, protein-rich foods, only to have them pass through your system like a castle that can't be dismantled, never truly feeding your hungry muscles? I want you to think about this honestly. What was the last heavy protein meal you ate? How did it make you feel afterward? Strong and energized, or sluggish and bloated? Let me know in the comments below. Just type strong or bloated. Your experience is shared by millions. The solution to this problem is not to eat more protein. That would just be sending more castles to the overwhelmed demolition crew. The solution is to change the type of protein you eat. You need to eat a protein that is already pre-digested. You need a protein that arrives at the construction site not as a castle, but as a neat, organized pile of Lego bricks and pre-built foundation pieces, ready for immediate use. This is the secret power of an ancient, humble food that our grandparents and their grandparents relied on. In our last part, we talked about the broken bridge, the frustrating reality that after 60, our digestion often can't break down complex proteins into the amino acids our muscles need. We end up eating protein but not getting its strength-building benefits. The solution isn't to fight our bodies or force down more of what isn't working. The solution is to be smarter. It's to eat a protein that is so easy to absorb it bypasses the broken bridge entirely. It's a protein that comes pre-digested. This magical food is a long-simmered, traditional bone broth. Now, I'm not talking about the watery, salty broth you find in most cartons at the supermarket. I'm talking about a rich, gelatinous homemade broth made by simmering animal bones, like chicken, beef, or fish, with a little vinegar for 12, 18, or even 24 hours. That long, slow cooking time is the key that unlocks its power. So what's happening in that pot? The bones and joints are full of a tough, fibrous protein called collagen. Collagen is the glue that holds our bodies together. It's in our tendons, ligaments, skin, and the framework around our muscles. When you simmer bones for a long time, the heat and the slightly acidic environment from the vinegar work to slowly break down that tough collagen. It transforms into a softer, much more digestible protein called gelatin. And that gelatin is further broken down into its individual building blocks, which are specific amino acids like glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. This is the scientific magic. These amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, are the exact raw materials your body uses to build and maintain its own connective tissues. They are the mortar between the bricks of your muscle cells. And because the long cooking process has already done the hard work of breaking them down, your digestive system doesn't have to struggle. They are absorbed quickly and easily directly into your bloodstream. Let's go back to our Lego analogy. A steak is like a complex, solid Lego castle that your weakened demolition crew struggles to take apart. But a cup of this bone broth is like a delivery of pre-made Lego foundation plates and pre-sorted brick piles. The construction crew on your muscle site doesn't have to do any dismantling. They can immediately start using these materials to reinforce the foundation and build new structures. It's efficient, it's effective, and it doesn't waste energy. This is the critical element that every modern protein powder and processed supplement completely misses. They focus on isolated, fragmented proteins that can be harsh on a senior's gut. They are often just another complicated castle to break down. They ignore the profound power of a whole food, pre-digested protein that has been used for centuries across cultures to heal the gut, soothe joints, and restore strength from the inside out. So, I want you to ask yourself, why would you struggle to dismantle a complex protein structure that your body can't handle, when you can simply drink one that's already been perfectly deconstructed for you? I have a task for you. The next time you're at the grocery store, go to the broth section. Pick up a few cartons and read the ingredients. You'll see that most are little more than salty water with flavoring. You need to find one that lists collagen or has a rich jelly-like consistency when it's cold. That jiggle is the gelatin, the sign of a quality broth. Or even better, if you're interested in learning how to make your own incredibly potent and cheap bone broth at home, comment broth below. Let me know if there's interest. You now have the foundation, the pre-digested protein that provides the essential mortar for your muscles. But a strong foundation alone isn't enough to build a house. You need to send a clear, loud signal to the construction crew to pick up the materials and start building. That requires a different kind of ingredient, one that acts as a direct command to your muscle cells. We've solved the first major problem, the broken bridge of digestion. By using bone broth, we're delivering pre-digested protein directly to our muscles, providing the crucial mortar and scaffolding they need to stay strong. It's a brilliant first step. But if you walk onto a construction site and just dump a pile of bricks and mortar, nothing happens. The materials just sit there. You need a foreman to show up, look at the blueprints, and shout the order. All right, team, let's start building. Now, in your body, that foreman is a specific amino acid called leucine. And one of the best plant-based sources of this powerful build now signal is the humble lentil. This is where we build our ultimate muscle-saving soup. We combine the power of bone broth with the power of lentils. This isn't just adding protein to protein, it's creating a powerful synergy. Let's talk about the science of lentils. Lentils are a fantastic source of protein, but their real magic for muscle building lies in their high leucine content. Leucine is one of the 9 essential amino acids, meaning your body can't make it. You must get it from your diet. When leucine enters your bloodstream, it travels to your muscle cells. There, it acts as a key that fits into a special lock on the cell called the mTOR pathway. When leucine turns this key, it flips the mTOR switch to the on position. This is the green light. This is the foreman's shout. The mTOR pathway is the master regulator of muscle protein synthesis. When it's activated, it sends a direct, undeniable command to your muscle cells. Stop breaking down and start building new muscle tissue, right now. Furthermore, lentils contain other compounds called bioactive peptides. When you cook and digest lentils, these small protein fragments are released and provide an additional, gentle signal that supports nutrient uptake and muscle health. Now, let's see the beautiful synergy with our bone broth. The bone broth provides the materials, the glycine and proline for the connective tissue, the mortar and scaffolding. The lentils provide the formin, leucine, who activates the mTOR pathway, the build now command. It's a perfect team. The formin, lentils, wouldn't be very effective if there were no building supplies, broth, on site. And the supplies, broth, would just sit there unused without the formin, lentils, to direct the work. Together, they create a complete, efficient muscle-building system. This is a level of strategic eating that most people never consider. They think protein is protein. But now you know better. You understand that you need both the materials and the command to use them. So, I have to ask you, when you eat for muscle health, are you just blindly dumping supplies onto the construction site? Or are you also hiring the expert foreman who knows exactly what to do with them? I want you to do something for yourself. Pause this video for a moment. Walk to your pantry and see if you have a bag of lentils. Are they brown, green, or red? Each type is wonderful. Just take a look. Let me know what you find in the comments. Type green lentils or no lentils. It doesn't matter. This is about taking a small, actionable step. We now have a powerful team in place, the materials and the command to build. But any major construction project creates mess and debris. If you don't clean up the site, the work can get dangerous and slow down. In your body, that debris is chronic inflammation, and if we don't address it, it can burn away all our progress. We have assembled a powerful team for our muscles. We have the bone broth, delivering the pre-digested building materials. We have the lentils, providing the leucine formin that shouts the build now order. It's a fantastic start, but there is a silent saboteur that works against this process every single day: inflammation. As we age, our bodies often exist in a state of chronic low-grade inflammation. This isn't the good, acute inflammation you get from a sprained ankle that helps it heal. This is a slow, smoldering fire throughout your body. This fire releases chemicals into your bloodstream with names like interleukin-6, IL-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNF-alpha. These inflammatory chemicals are not just harmless markers. They are actively catabolic, meaning they break down tissue. They signal your body to tear down muscle for energy. It's like having a demolition crew working 24/7, trying to burn down the new construction that your bone broth and lentils are trying to build. You can be doing everything right, eating the best proteins, sending all the right signals. But if this inflammatory fire is raging, you are trying to build a house on a plot of land that's constantly on fire. Your progress will be slow, and you might even go backwards. This is why our muscle-saving soup isn't complete without its cleanup crew, the powerful spice duo of a turmeric and a black pepper. Let's look at the science. The bright yellow color of turmeric comes from a potent compound called curcumin. Curcumin is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory substances known to science. It works by blocking a specific pathway in your cells called NF-κB, which is like the master switch for inflammation. When you consume curcumin, it effectively flips this switch to the off position, telling your body to stop producing those muscle-breaking inflammatory chemicals. However, there's a catch. Curcumin on its own is very poorly absorbed by your body. It passes through your system without doing much good. It's like having a powerful fire extinguisher, but it's locked in a cabinet and you can't get it out. This is where the black pepper comes in. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine. Piperine's job is to unlock the cabinet. Studies show that piperine can enhance the absorption of curcumin by a staggering 2,000%. That's not a typo. 2,000%. Just a pinch of black pepper ensures the powerful curcumin gets into your bloodstream where it can put out the inflammatory fires. Let's lock this in with our analogy. Curcumin. From turmeric is the fire retardant that puts out the inflammatory fires threatening your muscle construction site. But it's locked in a truck. Piperine. From black pepper is the key that unlocks the fire truck, releasing the curcumin to do its job and protect your hard work. So, I'll ask you directly, would you even attempt to build a beautiful, strong new house on a piece of land that was constantly smoldering and on fire? This is a simple but transformative step. I want you to go to your spice rack right now. Do you have a jar of turmeric? Do you have a pepper mill or ground black pepper? If you don't, they should be at the very top of your next shopping list. This duo is a cornerstone of healthy aging. And if you're already familiar with the health benefits of turmeric, maybe from a golden milk latte, comment golden milk below. It's great to see what you already know. Our team is nearly complete. We have the building materials, the construction foreman, and the fire department. But we need one final, humble ingredient that acts as a universal shuttle, ensuring that every single nutrient in this soup is delivered efficiently to the cells that need them most. We have built our team ingredient by ingredient. We have the bone broth, the pre-digested protein that provides the foundational materials. We have the lentils, the source of the leucine formin that gives the build command. We have turmeric and black pepper, the firefighting crew that calms inflammation. Now we add the final piece, the logistics coordinator. This final ingredient is a tablespoon of coconut oil. You might wonder, why add fat to a muscle-building soup? The reason is science-backed and crucial. Coconut oil is rich in something called medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, SODNTs. Unlike other fats that have to be slowly processed by your liver, MCTs are a unique type of fat that are absorbed directly into your bloodstream and used for immediate, clean-burning energy. Here's how this helps your muscles. Your body always needs fuel. If it doesn't have easy access to energy, it will start breaking down the amino acids from your bone broth and lentils and use them for fuel. This would be a total waste. It would be like the construction crew burning the precious lumber and bricks in a bonfire just to keep warm. The MCTs in coconut oil prevent this. They provide a quick, clean-burning energy source, like a dedicated generator on the construction site. This ensures that the amino acids are spared and used exclusively for their intended purpose, repairing and building new muscle tissue. Furthermore, since the curcumin in turmeric is fat-soluble, the coconut oil also helps shuttle this powerful anti-inflammatory compound into your cells. So let's look at the complete, synergistic protocol you now have. Bone, broth, the pre-digested building materials, mortar and scaffolding. Lentils, the leucine formin that activates the muscle-building switch, mTOR pathway. Turmeric and black pepper, the fire department that puts out inflammatory fires via curcumin and piperine. 4. Coconut oil, the clean generator and nutrient shuttle via MCTs that ensures materials are used for building. This isn't a list of ingredients. It's a system. Each component makes the others more effective. Together, they overcome the broken bridge of digestion, provide the build command, calm the inflammatory environment, and ensure efficient delivery. Here is your simple, ultimate muscle-saving soup recipe. Sauté 1 chopped onion and 2 cloves of garlic in a little oil. Add 1 cup of rinsed lentils, any color, 8 cups of rich bone broth, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Bring to a boil, then simmer for 45 minutes until the lentils are tender. Just before serving, stir in 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Enjoy this soup 3 times a week as a lunch or dinner. This isn't just soup. It's a liquid strategy for metabolic revival. You are giving your body everything it needs in the most bioavailable form to stop muscle loss in its tracks and begin rebuilding. And you can trust this protocol completely, because every recommendation in this video is grounded in trusted scientific research. For your own deep dive, we've compiled the key studies and sources. All links are waiting for you in the description below. If this video brought you value, if it gave you a simple, powerful plan to fight muscle loss, please do me a few small favors. It helps our community grow and allows us to help more people just like you. First, please give this video a thumbs up. That like button tells YouTube that this is important content. Second, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. We are building a library of these evidence-based natural protocols. And third, if you know someone who is struggling with weakness and doesn't know where to start, please share this video with them. Eat this soup 3 times a week. Think of it as your edible insurance policy against muscle loss. And subscribe, because in our next video, we're exposing the common healthy snack that 9 out of 10 seniors eat that is secretly depleting their energy hormones. You won't want to miss it.